I have expected you to this absolutely ridiculous video. Actually, I didn't. And yet you are here. Welcome. So why am I making this video? Because I wanted to, and as I said in a video that will come later, because I finished the script for it before writing this one, you can stop me and neither can I. And just for your info, I only watched Digimon Frontier in German, so if I say the names weirdly, it's because that's how they were said in German. First off, spoiler warning for the entirety of Digimon Frontier. Don't watch this if you haven't seen it. I will try to only mention stuff that is actually important, but it goes pretty far into the story. Okay, so I will talk about this specific screenshot from the Digimon Frontier Opening, which is right at the end. I've been joking around that I'm making a video about a single frame, cause it's kinda true. Because it makes no sense from a plot perspective. Characters that parallel each other mostly don't have much to do with each other. And I first wrote down for this next sentence, and I know that the way the characters were placed is probably based on the circle of the elements, and I went to check. The one solid source I found that is canon is the circle with the elemental symbols down at the Candlemon village, together with the portrayal of Loweemon in episode 3, Kumamon Baby Light My Fire. How the characters are placed in the opening and the circle in the stone do not align. I know this is really nitpicky, but that's just what I do, okay? Whatever. Before I get into the options that could make sense, I just want to say that I made these with the plot in mind, but there is one issue with the plot. You would assume when you have 5 protagonists and 5 antagonists that one protagonist will defeat one antagonist, right? Well, I thought so too, because I didn't completely remember the plot, but apparently Arbormon is not defeated by Tommy but by Duskmon. Though, here we should be fair and remember that it was Tommy who made the burgers that made Arbormon fur and caused him to fall asleep and not defeat the kids, but Arbormon was still around after that, so I kinda don't count it. I get why it happened, but it's also... They had everything set up so nicely, and then Duskmon comes and literally stabs Arbormon in the back. Why? Anyway, everything I made assumes that Tommy is the main opponent of Arbormon. For version 1, I kept the spirits at the back the same, but mixed up the kids. That would obviously put Koji right at the front, which I think actually makes sense. Like, it's been a while since I watched it, but I would say that Koji has somewhat more story than Takuya. For version 2, I kept the human characters at the front the same and rearranged the back, and I just realized that my planning for the graphics is the same for version 2 and version 3. Es ist jetzt irgendwie unangenehm. I think I actually made the same plan twice because it makes so much sense. We could just flip version 2 and make that version 3, yeah? I also made one version with Koichi, which is visibly unbalanced, but I'm not sure what I think of it, but I wanted to include it. Here's a version with the order of the opening, but purely with the spirits, as that also would have made sense. And this is a spirits rearrangement where I put Loweemon right at the front as well as paralleling different elements than before. Spirit rearrangement number 2 here. Here Agunimon is at the front again, but from all the others I paralleled other elements again, just as another possible option. And this is a version with the stone circle I mentioned before near the Candlemon village, which for me doesn't make sense, but here it is regardless. Other options, it could have made sense plot-wise and look good if, for example, the Digimon at the back would only be silhouettes till they appear in the show itself. Another option would have been with purely the spirits to again do the silhouette thing and show them completely after they first appeared. These obviously aren't all options, these are just the ones I came up with and thought of as fitting. Anyway, this is useless. I don't know why I'm doing this besides the fact that I wanted to. Does this interest anyone? Probably not. Nothing of this makes sense. That's it. That's all I have. This video is weird. If someone has watched this entire thing, thank you, I think. As of making this video, I don't have any other videos about Digimon, but I do have some planned. And with this, I release you into the depths of the universe. Once again, see ya? Maybe? If after this video you still want to see me. I would understand if you don't. Bye!